Bonjour et bienvenue à Paris.
We are Andrew and Kate. We use weekends and limited vacation days to travel as much as possible. When we found cheap flights to Paris, we jumped on the chance to fly from Dallas to the City of Lights for an extended weekend adventure. After a long travel day, we started at Café de Flore for a light brunch full of French classics like croissants, coffee, and croque monsieurs. After we refueled, we couldn't wait to visit the incredible Musee Rodin, home to most of Rodin's greatest sculptures such as the Thinker, which is the most well-known, the Kiss, my favorite, and the Gates of Hell. Dun, dun, dun.
We are exploring Musee Rodin. Excuse my French, I don't know. But it's like beautiful sculpture garden and museum here in the middle of Paris. It's a beautiful day and I'm excited to explore.
Here you can see his practice and completed sculptures, as well as few paintings by Van Gogh and Monet.
I had no idea, maybe it's dumb, but I didn't know the whole thing was his? The whole first floor and any sculpture or sculptures from Rodin.
So there was a lot of work that where he was practicing, where he had his like professional works, and there were multiple different things that had the Thinker in smaller miniature versions and little like just the feet, just the hands. So it, like practice makes perfect.
But upstairs is some more paintings and some from Van Gogh, some from Claude Monet, lots of beautiful paintings alongside his sculptures.
A lot of his work talks about the Gates of Hell, and we were kind of going through that and seeing that in there. But when we came out here, we found that all of his different sculptures are in this doorway. I think it's a doorway.
Sure.
It looks like a doorway. And so you've got the Thinker up top, and then you've got these guys over here, that just the three guys over there. You've got a lot of the different works that are in the museum itself on this wall. So it's kind of like a culmination of everything that he did.
And before we get roasted for not visiting the Louvre, I've been before. It's crowded, massive, but incredible, I know. But we're just more into sculptures and wanted to see something new. From the museum, we walked through the Latin Quarter to shop at a few different little vintage shops on the way to see Notre Dame properly.
So one thing I love to do no matter where we go, especially in Europe, is to go vintage shopping and see what the resale stores have, just to have a little bit of like a local flavor. Instead of shopping at the big box retailers, you could see like what people have already looked. Didn't find anything this time, but I'm gonna keep looking, trust me.
While she's in a far less glorious state than she was a few years ago, you can still see how stately she is and witness the construction being done to restore her. Out of nowhere, rain clouds quickly rolled in, then we ducked for cover in a nearby cafe, La Crème de Paris Notre Dame, where we refueled with coffee and crepes. We took an Uber back to our hotel where we waited for the rain to clear and were woken up to a stunning rainbow, which we got to enjoy from our balcony just before sunset.
Look at our beautiful terrace balcony and this beautiful rainbow that just came out. It was raining earlier today and now we're about to hit the town, and right before we go, what a view. I mean, could you not ask for a more perfect Parisian moment than this?
Before the sun went down, we walked through the picturesque Rue de Université to see the Eiffel Tower in the most gorgeous light.
We are off to the Eiffel Tower.
Yes! We're taking a nice little jaunt right before sunset to hopefully see it just as the sun hits it just right. We've already seen the tip of it from the balcony, but get to see the whole thing together.
We got about a 30-minute walk, so pray for us.
I'm holding the map. This is not my spiritual gift. I'm the planner, not the mapper, direction person. What do you call that? The navigator. I'm not the navigator. Me and this little blue dot don't get along, but we'll figure it out. This man's got it.
I'm here for you.
It's so pretty with the sun just like hitting the top of the building. Gorgeous.
We're almost there. We can see it.
Wow. There she is. Yay, we're here. And it's beautiful. And it's sunset.
Perfect time, right at sunset, right at kind of a crisp night time. The sparkle happens soon. We might be able to see it before we get back to our hotel room too, which would be pretty cool.
I think so. You can go up to the top, but frankly, we have a better view of the tower than from the tower. And later, we'll probably climb to the top of Arc de Triomphe and be able to see the tower from there as well.
Yeah.
So all sorts of viewpoints, as well as Sacré-Cœur. Tomorrow, we're gonna climb to the top of that. So lots of climbing. So we'll leave the Eiffel Tower just for the view.
Can't even see the whole Eiffel Tower from here.
Pan up.
We'd have to go. Whoa.
I came like 10 years ago on a crowded June day, and it was a bit hectic of an experience with people trying to sell you stuff the whole time and just getting in your face. And this is so much nicer. I wish it was greener, but look, it's just huge. It's just huge, and it's such a nice like sunset time. It's beautiful.
Upon arriving, we had minutes until she lit up for the evening. We found a perfectly placed bench where we waited to see her sparkle for the first time in the evening at 7 p.m.
It's even more gorgeous all lit up. Like, we were blown away about 20 minutes ago, and now, wow.
Yeah, it looked beautiful with that sunset color in the background.
Yes.
And then once the lights turned on the inside, it just became like
Jaw-dropping.
centerpiece. And it just was like, whoa, now
This is
that's
what you
it.
come for.
Yeah.
And we're on this perfectly placed bench. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How lucky.
Great. And in 15 minutes, we're going to watch it sparkle. It's going to sparkle for 5 minutes every hour at nighttime. So, yeah. So we're going to sit here and wait for that to happen and then go to dinner.
Yes.
So cool.
Andrew's out here sounding like a dance mom.
You better sparkle, baby.
You better sparkle. You better sparkle big and fast.
5 minutes, you better sparkle.
We're freezing.
So we're not sitting out here for nothing. We didn't come all this way.
Move my hands anymore. We didn't come all this way for you not to sparkle. Come on, sunshine.
You can do it. Oh, I can see the spire at the top.
Yeah.
The light that comes out of the spire at the top. Beautiful. Sunset, lights on, sparkle.
Keeps getting better
Everything.
and better and better every time. Look at her.
Look at her. She's sparkling. Let's head to dinner because it's freezing.
Are you cold? I think I could sit out here for like 3 more hours. I can't feel my hands anymore.
Could fall off at any moment.
After soaking in this iconic Parisian moment, warding off quite a few peddlers, and freezing our tails off in the winter cold, we took a short walk to dinner at Bistro St. Dominique, where we dined on French onion soup, which is onion soup there, steak frites, sweetbread, and of course, creme brulee. We had an incredible day getting acquainted with Paris and so much of what makes it iconic. From stunning walkways, incredible art, French food, and the Eiffel Tower. Check out our next video on Paris highlighting more must-dos like Les Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe, Palais Garnier, and the Montmartre neighborhood. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel to find out how you can travel the world with limited time too. See you soon.